Hello everyone. Today we are going to implement this night sky scene. Here we have the moon, and also we have the stars as well, and also these stars are rendered behind the volumetric clouds, and also there is a subtle flickering effect for stars as well. It's very subtle, so it's not very clear if you don't pay attention, so you may see flickering effects in these areas. So yeah, we are going to implement this starry night effect today. So in the middle we can see the center of the Milky Way, and yeah, that's it. Let's see how to so here I am going to modify the sky atmosphere material to render the stars on that material itself. I'm not going to add any other sky sphere meshes or anything, just modify the same material in the sky atmosphere system we already have in the engine. Right, so let me create a new project. Blank template would do. Starry night. So I have already downloaded this image. This is an image of Milky Way. So here is the default map. Right, so first let's make the scene darker. For that, under lighting, first so this is not going to be a dynamic time of day system. This is just a static night scene with stars. How about 0.3? Okay, so we have to adjust the auto exposure, otherwise this becomes lighter no matter how low the intensity of the directional light. So let's add a post process volume. Let's make this infinite extent or unbound, otherwise it will not affect the whole world. And under exposure, let's set this to manual and maintain. Right, okay, now let me select what's the skylight intensity, some on the right. Okay, directional light, temperature, this should be a little bit bluish to match a night scene. So also it should be a bit larger like the moon. So let me increase the source angle, intensity by 5.4. It should be a little bluish. Right, now I think this match a night scene. So we still should be able to see the clouds, and where the cloud is not there, we should see the stars. So clouds are coming from this volumetric cloud, and the sky is rendered in this SM sky sphere. So if I select this SM sky sphere, the material is this M simple skydome. Yeah, there's not much actually. So I'm not going to do any modifications to this material because this is in the engine. So let me copy this to my content browser. I'll create a new folder, night sky, and put it here. And for the sky sphere, night sky dome, I'll name it M Starry Night. Let's use that. So it looks the same because we haven't done any changes. So now here we only add the emissive color. So let's add the Earth node, just for testing, linear interpolate node, and as the alpha value I'll use this one, as the B value also I'll use this one, and this value I'll promote to a vector parameter. I'm just trying to assign a color. So let's use some color like red and apply. See, now we have the color red where the clouds are not. So instead of red, if we can see stars, that would be good. So to do that, we remove this and let me import that Milky Way texture here. Wait, where is that color node? I deleted it. And drag and drop this texture here and apply. See, now we have the stars. Simple, right? But it's not quite good because closer to the edges we see the stars somewhat warped. See, so we don't need them. Also, so we need to do something about that. I just slightly adjust the moon color. So how do we prevent rendering stars when they are closer to the horizon? Also, I don't see anything at all, so maybe we need some more skylight. Specified cube map, daylight. Do we have any other cube maps? Okay. Right, better. Now we can see the environment a bit. Level is good, so we can see the mountains in the distance, but now stars no cloud are not visible. Maybe we should increase this a bit. Right, so to hide the stars closer to the horizon, what can we do? So we might be able to use the texture coordinate values for this alpha, or let's get the texture coordinate, and so this direction means in the texture coordinates G channel. So let's do a component mask and get the G. So here G should be 0, closer to here G should be 1. I think to test that, instead of this color, let me put the G channel. Right, so here it is. Here it becomes white, in the top it becomes black, right? Right, so let's do 1 minus operation. Now in this area it becomes darker, in the top it becomes white. Okay, so then let's add a multiplier here and multiply with a value like 1.5. so now we have to clamp this in between 0 and 1, otherwise we can get maybe negative values. Right, now you see the dark area from the horizon to the top increased. See, we have much darker area now, darker strip. So then right, now we have this. Let's multiply this color with this one, then we will have the stars only closer to the top of the sky, and the edges we don't see the stars. Cool, so we don't get that ugly warped stars now. Right, now we have stars. If we want to see more stars closer to the edge, we can, I think, reduce this value. Yeah, yes, now we can see stars. Oh, this looks ugly. Great, that's enough. So if we need to increase the intensity of the stars, we can add another multiplier and name it. Let's promote this to a parameter star brightness. So it should be something more than 0. How about 2? Right, now we can see the stars clearly. Okay, so here we have our night sky. It doesn't interfere with the clouds, we only see them behind the clouds. Okay, increase this a bit. Yeah, we can still see the stars. We can see the clouds clearly now. So what else we need? How about, so these stars look static. That's because it's just an image. We don't see any illuminating flickering effects for the lights. So how can we have something like that? For that, maybe we can add some changes, do some changes to this star brightness, or have another multiplier to get some flickering. But how? Right, let me add another multiplier here. Sorry, not a multiplier. Maybe we should change this star brightness. So let's add to this one, and we need some change in values. So for that we can get the texture coordinate. No, we can get the sign and connect time. Now you see, now everywhere becomes lighter and darker, but that's not quite right. So only some areas randomly, or maybe not exactly randomly, only some stars should flicker, not everything altogether. So for that we can, let's do a component mask. Get R, add to the time and put here. Now we do have some change, like it's like going left to right. So if I multiply this, it's some value, say 50, before going in here. Great, not great, but now we have something. So if I make this 500, I should get a much thinner strip. See, now it's these lines are obvious here, so it's not good. But in this area you can see stars are flickering, these small stars. So if we can get rid of this line effect, this should be good. But how can we get rid of the lines? Do we have any noise? Textures. Right. Oh, maybe this would work. That noise texture is okay, let's try this one. And multiply the time. Oh wait, no time, this output. Right, the lines are not there anymore, but is the flickering also gone? What happened? Let's add this, multiply this afterwards. We can still see the lines. Maybe we need an additional parameter. This won't get here. Yeah, another text code and add time, so that this will also move. No, still we see the lines. But let me add another multiplier here. This is not relevant to this one, just to increase the illumination effect so we can clearly see. Right. What if we consider the G channel as well? We do get the illumination, however we have this ugly effect too. What if I make this 50? This one also 20. Oh. Before multiplication step, let's add this. Yeah, it's not useful here, it should be added here. Right. Okay, now we don't see the lines. So maybe now we don't need this other channel. Great, now we see the flickering effect, so we can make it reduce the effect. Okay, also we can slow it down. So for that we can add a multiplier here. Here and do something like 0.01. No, still it's too fast, I think. Actually, what if we use for both cases? Still too fast. Doesn't get any slower. Oh, what if I use the same texture as the noise? Wait, no. Maybe we should have a better noise texture. Let's see. This one is density. Alright, this is good. We can have only 3,300. Okay, we recommend you up to 200. Alright, let's download this into our project. Okay, since this is 200 by 200, we have to increase the timeline of this. So how about 4, 5? Okay, let's just directly put this and see what happens. Not good. And why isn't it moving? Oh, well, this is pretty good, but however, this area is really good. But this area is the problem. Since we have a higher star density here, we can see the lines. And I have increased the tiling to 20. So maybe we should consider some other alternative to prevent getting flickering noise in this area. So to do that, let me add a new layer here. Oh no. Alright, what if we disable flickering effect in this area? So I'll keep it only for these low areas. Where it is still here, we would see the problem. So yeah, maybe we can, let's add a new layer here. Feather like 20 pixels, black. You know, I'm not a professional graphic designer, so these things I'm not really familiar with these things, but let me try. We need some more to cover this area too. can you see a sharp edge here? Right. Now let's save this Milky Way mask. And let me import that too into our project. So this texture don't have to be that high resolution. Right, here is that imported texture. So let's import this here and multiply whatever the value we get from here with this one, so that we can avoid getting flickering effect to high density star areas. Right, now we can see flickering effect in this area. It may not be that clear in the video, but it is there. If I want to increase, let's try 50 again. Right, it is working, and it's very subtle, which is good. Subtle is good. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm happy with this effect, so we can stop this episode here. And thanks for watching. As always, project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. Link could be in the description below. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon Club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.